Before we decide whether or not to start using a betting strategy, it's important we have some sort of evidence that said strategy actually produces profit. So that's what I'm going to go into in this video, including some graphs and stats and also a walkthrough of my betting accounts as well. Now we are essentially predicting something that's going to happen in the future here. So the best evidence we have to go on is past performance. This graph displays the performance for First Class Fancies since the beginning of 2015, based on using a level £50 stake. Although not everyone would use a stake this large, especially at the outset, it still gives us a good indication of what's possible from using this strategy long term, and we can adjust these figures to reflect the level of staking we would use. As we can see, the performance has been impressive, showing a steady upward trend. A total profit of £17,604.75 has been produced from a strike rate of 24.45%, which is a return on money staked figure of 59.78%. The performance graph for Flat Flyers shows a similar story, with a £50 level stake giving impressive results. A total profit of £13,932.85 has been seen, from a strike rate of 26.82% and a return on stakes figure of 49.5%. At this point, I'd like to introduce you to my highest grossing betting strategy, which is something I've used since 2013 and has produced more profit than any other single strategy that I've used to date. It involves a unique method of odds compilation, which is then compared to available odds to find bets with a maximum level of value. I'll not bore you with all the details here, but suffice it to say that I found it an extremely effective method of accumulating profit. As you can see in the performance graph since 2013, the profit levels produced have been both substantial and consistent. At £50 level stakes, the annual profit has been £17,069, with an annual return on investment of 170.69%. This is basically comparable to the interest rate you'd get from a savings account, although if we asked for this rate of interest, we'd probably get laughed out the bank. Now, while these figures all look well and good on paper, some of you may be asking, where's the actual proof that this is possible? So what I'd like to do now is show you a quick walkthrough video of me going through a few of my betting accounts to show you the actual bets placed and the profit produced. Okay, I'd like to just qualify for you a little bit the strategies included in this service I'll be running by showing you the betting history over the past few weeks. So I've started on the towards the end of February and run up just until I'm recording this video mid-March, and as we can see, I've been betting a level £25 stake, which is generally the amount I bet on these strategies, and over that time we've managed to see a profit of almost £2,000, which works out at around 78 points. So you could figure out what your profit would be from that figure depending on your preferred level of staking. And as we can see, although the strike rate is fairly conservative, we do have a few blocks of losing bets here and there. The payouts from winning bets are quite high due to the odds we are generally betting at here. And just to quickly show you that I haven't just created this or made this up, I'll have a quick look into my betting accounts to show you a few of the winning bets. So I'll go over to my William Hill account. We'll go to settle bets and select the date range that we're looking at. View that statement. So as you can see here, the bet I just showed you here on the 27th of Feb, Brunswick Royal won at 12 to 1, and that's our payout. And as you can see, that's reflected here with our payout, including our stake there. And actually, there's another win we've had here as well on the 15th of March, which is, if I scroll down, should be reflected down here somewhere, which it is there as well. I can just cherry pick a couple of others to show you. This one was quite impressive, 22 to 1, and that's with BetVictor. So I'll have a quick look over BetVictor, and it will be in, I don't think I can pick the dates here, but it will be in March. As we can see there, on the 3rd of March, we have our 22 to 1 win with a return of £575, which is pretty good. A few smaller odds winners there, and if I scroll down a bit further, we have some Cheltenham bets here, which was mainly with our first class fancies strategy. I would say the bulk of these bets are back lucrative bets, my value based strategy. Not much on the flat flyers front at the moment because the flat season hasn't really gotten into swing yet, but during the festivals we do have some Cheltenham bets. We have quite a good winner here, Willoughby Court, which was, I placed these at Betfair start price. So if I have a quick look at Betfair and just pick the date I'm looking at, I think it was the 15th. Is that right? Yeah, the 15th. Settled bets. And as you can see, we've had a few losses dotted about. That's a different strategy altogether. But we can see our bet here, Willoughby Court, which won at 16.5 BSP. And I've recorded that minus Betfair's commission, obviously, there. Now, I wouldn't have called this run of results particularly typical. We have had quite a good run of results over a 3-week or so period, and 78 points, that's quite high over that period. So I'd probably generally expect perhaps to get about half that over that time frame, but at least you can see the quality of the selections produced by these 3 strategies, and that I actually place these bets myself with real money, and they are genuine results. Thanks for watching. And now for the exciting part. As we've already seen, the individual betting strategies provide us with a regular stream of income, which we can use to improve the quality of our lives, giving us more financial freedom, reducing money-related worries, you name it. But this is where we take it one step further and turn our multiple income streams into one big torrent of income. By using all three strategies at the same time, I've observed two main benefits. Naturally, the amount of our income increases substantially, but also the frequency of our income increases, or in other words, we get paid more often. This combined results graph shows the performance and profit levels possible by using all three strategies together since the beginning of 2015. With a total profit of £73,858 and an annual profit of over £34,000, we can start to see that using these strategies together brings in an impressive income each year. This chart shows the profit levels for every 2 months, and as you can see, there hasn't been a 2-month period where we haven't ended up in the plus, which means you could use this as a guideline for how often you can expect to receive your payouts. And even if we start with conservative stakes, say £10 a bet, our average annual income would still have been a healthy £6,817.70. Not a bad place to start. Now let's look at automating this process and why I think it's quite important that we're able to do this. By far the most common issue we experience is integrating these betting strategies into our daily lives. All of us have limited time to work with, especially those of us with full-time jobs and families to look after. Let's face it, finding each day's qualifying bets takes time. I estimate that running through flat flyers and first-class fancies will take anywhere from 10 to 40 minutes per day, depending on an individual's betting experience and the number of qualifiers on a given day. And that's not even including back lucrative. The selection process for this is far more complicated and generally takes me over an hour per day on its own. And that's the main reason I'm offering a service that completely automates bet selection for all three of these strategies. And what this means for you is exclusive access to Back Lucrative, my highest grossing betting strategy. No time required to find each day's qualifying bets. Simply place each day's bets and watch the income accrue. I'm also providing full support and member materials including walkthrough videos, performance reviews, results templates, staking advice, compounding, bankroll management, and more. Of course, you don't need to take advantage of this service and all the benefits you'll receive as a member. The two strategies you already have are a great way to generate additional streams of income. However, if it's not easy to fit in our daily lives, most people won't stick with it long term, and that's where the majority of profit is seen. If you're really interested in generating a substantial, consistent income from your betting, I can't recommend this service enough. So, if you'd like to give this a try, I'm opening the doors tomorrow at 10:30 AM, and an email will be heading your way at this time with the details. I have put a limit on the number of members I can take on. There are several reasons for this, the main ones being to ensure the qualifying selections aren't overbet and so I can provide timely customer service for anyone who needs support. Interest in these strategies has been higher than I expected, so the available spaces probably won't remain so for long. I therefore recommend being on hand at or as near to 10:30 tomorrow as you can to ensure there's a space there for you.